Bow, bow, bow. You went to school to learn, girl, things you never knew before.
I got before E except after C.
And why 2 + 2 makes 4. Now I'm gonna teach you all about love, girl.
All about love, girl. Sit yourself down and take a seat. All you gotta do is repeat after me.
A, B, C. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Simple as do, re, mi.
What's up, what's up, what's up? This your boy Lake Dawson on the Lake Dawson Morning Show here in New York City, ladies and gentlemen. And today is Monday, Man Up Mondays, Man Up Mondays. It's now 7:08 a.m. Getting it in. You know what I mean? So today I want to talk to you guys about manning up. Like, if you guys have never been to this show, you guys don't know, but let me explain something to you. On Monday we talk about manning up, how you could grow your life, how you could build yourself as a whole. And today what we're going to be talking about is, we're going to be talking about these books, baby. You gotta read, you gotta study, you gotta move ahead. The first book I want to talk about is this one, Frederick Engels, The Cell. Okay? And in the book he goes into different aspects of his life. He goes into how to sell a product. Now I just started this book, but I wanted to give y'all some insight that I feel is good for Man Up Mondays, which is the daily routine. I believe that's on page 46. And the first thing he does is he goes into how when he first wakes up in the morning, the first couple of seconds he's like talking to himself. And he's like, he goes from first 1 second to 10 seconds, and he's like, no, this and that, whatever. And then he's telling himself, like, listen, you know, high kicker, get yourself up. You know, in the $1 Million Listening Show, he does that high kick or whatever. But he's saying, like, you know, he has to push himself out of bed at 5 o'clock. And then what he does is he gets up in the morning. He's saying for you to go and meditate, do whatever you do when you first get up in the morning. Get your coffee. What he does is he gets his coffee and he feeds his pet, his dog, right? And then from there he goes right to the gym. He puts his clean on, his pants on, doesn't brush his teeth, none of that. He goes right to the gym right before everybody in New York City gets up and gets started. And then he goes and works out for an hour. And then after, when he has a smoothie, which is his first meal of the day, etc. So he goes into after the entire day on from page 46 all the way to page 54, if I'm not mistaken. And he goes into detail with regard to what time he goes to do business, what time he sends emails out, what time he finishes his day off, business meetings, that kind of thing. He goes into a straight detailed structure of how he does that, and it definitely will help you out as an individual trying to grow yourself and grow your business as a whole. Okay, let's move on. The next one I want to talk about is Social Media Marketing by Suze Barnes. Okay, now the reason why I decided to choose this for Man Up Mondays is the section chapter 2 where it talks about branding yourself. And he goes into she goes into detail by saying to make sure you have a distinctive name for your enterprise. Make sure that the content you provide is catchy, stimulating, and informative. That way people decide that they want to come back consistently. If you manufacture headphones, for example, you can post a link related music controversies regarding the consolidation of streaming music services, tutorials about the difference between MP3 players and AIFF and FLAC files, and so on. And then you think of content like blog posts, articles, social posts, videos, photos, and sites that you enjoy reading and engaging yourself, and what places that you would be interested in going back to every time you go online. And then she goes into being straightforward and direct usually produces better rapport with your viewers and customers than being superficially flashy and loud. And then they have a little picture right here, you know, of this girl who owns the I think it's a health wellness a company, and then she implemented the chocolate aspect because you know, to say like, you know, everybody indulges in chocolate So can you. Don't worry about it. It's all good. That kind of thing. So that's Suze Barnes, social media marketing. The next one is my boy Damon John, The Power of Broke. And on page 3, it talks about be a true innovator. And on this page, he talks about innovation happens from the bottom up, not the top down. And what he's saying is that most people that do well, that make it big, or have movies, he talks about this too, or have movies, blockbusters, or that kind of thing in the movie theaters. Those are the ones that started from scratch, that started from nothing and then moved up and built this thing from the heart. And the next thing you know, he has it, right? So it's not always the people that have all the money that get to where they need to go all the time. You understand? For example, it says just look what's going on at. Excuse me. Just look what goes on at Art Basel in Miami Beach, the biggest gathering of international artists on the calendar. Hundreds and hundreds of the best artists in the world come to Florida every December to share their work, strut their stuff, do their thing. It's an amazing thing to see what some of these folks are up to, but it's not just the fine art displayed on the walls by the top galleries that makes all the noise. A lot of folks that they'll tell you the real excitement of the show, the raw energy is off to the side. That's where you'll find the street artists, the pop-up displays, the next big thing. And that's where you'll find the crowds. Because when it comes down to it, people want to experience something pure, something real. They want to be lifted from their everyday experiences, from what's expected, and set down in the middle of something completely and breathtakingly new. Okay, once again, that's the Damon John, Power of Broke, guys. All 3 of those books are amazing books for Man Up Mondays. Okay, check them out. They're on Amazon.com. You know, you could look at them. Check out the YouTube channels. Damon John YouTube channel, Frederick Eklund YouTube channel, Suze Barnes YouTube channel. Understand that there's a growing perspective where I'm coming from with this, and you have the capability of getting to that point as well. You understand what I'm saying? So growth is very important in this in life's growing expansion. Consistency, you know, knowing what it is that you're doing. If you make a mistake, get up and start all over again. Just like if you burn a pancake, you throw that away, you make another one. You understand what I'm saying? It's all about keys to success and learning. And if you haven't done so already, go to conferences, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to hear, oh, they're going to try to sell me something or whatever the case is. Guess what? They have 15, 20, 30 years of experience, and you have what? None? 1, 2 years maybe of experience. You need to hop on board, especially if you don't have a mentor that's working with you in these fields. And you love to do it, you love the field. How do I get to that next level? You understand what I mean? You got to get with somebody that's already been there, that has the contacts, that has the clientele, that has the know-how. You understand? Like prime example, I was about 2 years ago, there were 2 real estate deals that I was interested in purchasing, and I did the numbers, and everything was awesome. Everything was perfect. The problem was I didn't have the banking, the money, the underwriters to go ahead and do it. They were saying, you know, we'll give you a balloon loan for $7,000. Just put $7,000 down. We'll give you all the money that you need for renovation and all of that stuff. And I knew, even though it was a balloon loan, it was going to be only for a 5-year stretch, and then I was going to go ahead and get my money back. The problem, see, this is what I was going to do. We had a 2-family house. I was turning it into a 3-family because the basement had a window, had closets, had a bathroom, and it was enough space to turn into a studio apartment. You know, close off the second door that went into the house, have the other door that's outside be the entrance to the basement, and then the other 2 floors, the 2 separate floors have 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. I would have renovated all that stuff plus the 3 bathrooms. It was 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, and I would have renovated all 3 bathrooms in the house, and then I would have sold it for double the price. You understand what I'm saying? So I would have made my money back. And the balloon, if anybody knows what a balloon loan is, every over time the interest rate increases. But I wasn't expecting to stay there that long. Even if it was for 5 years, my expectation was to be there for 2 years or 1 year, or not even like 6 months. Take that money, do what I have to do, give them back their money and move on. This is different. This is the process that you do these things with. So, but then I went to one of the conferences, and guess what? I ended up meeting some folks that already had those connections, that already had the connections that I need for me to move forward. You understand? I had another property in Virginia, which it was the same way. But now I met these folks that have it like that. I already know how to do the numbers. I've been in real estate, for more than 8 years. So I know how to do everything else. All I have to do is find a property, look at the numbers, give them that information. As long as the return is 20% or higher, we good to go. That's nothing nowadays. You go ahead and give them that information. They'll approve it right there. Give you a proof of funds letter. Boom. And then you give that proof of funds letter to the property manager or whoever is selling the property, the bank or whatever, and then they'll go ahead and approve you for the property. I mean, obviously you have to negotiate terms and all of that other stuff, but understand truthfully and honestly, it's all good. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about. And love is life, life is love. You know what I'm saying? Keep going to the conferences, keep meeting new people, keep pushing yourself, keep pushing life to grow. You know, because all we have is life, all we have is death. You understand what I mean? So you don't want to go to your deathbed regretting certain things that you had that you didn't do. Like, for example, man, if there's a woman out there that you're interested in being with, don't regret not doing it, man. Go ahead and hit her up, talk to her. You understand what I'm saying? If there's a woman out there that wants to talk to a man, same thing. Okay, if there's a business that you wanted to start, keep going, do that business, do it legally, you know, do that business. It's probably more efficient for you to do the business than not having a business at all. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's so many loopholes when it comes to like tax write-offs and whatnot when it comes to the business, that once you do the business and you spending your money on a business and you understand the steps in the business, you end up coming off with more money at the end of the year than you would if you just had your regular job. Okay, your normal 9 to 5, all right? So understand that Man Up Mondays is here to stay. You understand? Tell your friend to tell a friend. Subscribe and like, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe and like. And I love you, and I'll speak to you soon. Matter of fact, invite me to the barbecues. I'll holler at you. Peace.